The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Vice President-Elect Kamala Harris on with us this morning.
Hello, Mr. Smiley. How you doing?
Miss Kamala Harris, I couldn't do nothing but start laughing. I started thinking about you singing Atomic Dog on the last interview. And the brothers of Omega Psi Phi, we all appreciate the love. So thank you so much.
You know what? Actually, I was another one of your Q brothers is running the United Medical Center where I took my vaccine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See?
He went to Howard. And is like second generation Howard Medical School. Yeah, real cool brother. But he's running the hospital. And so I was just with him today.
See, y'all the mother pearl, the alpha chapter.
Right, you know that.
It's a lot going on. I just wish y'all could go to the White House today. It's so critical and sad right now. I feel so bad for you and President-elect Biden.
We are prepared to act on day one, and we've been rolling out all of our plans, including how we're going to address COVID. But you're right, we're not in charge right now. And, you know, when I look at how many people are suffering, standing in food lines, waiting on their check, you know, there needs to be action, and we need it immediately. But we're going to have to wait for just another 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know. And it seemed like forever, you know, as the COVID-19 numbers continue to soar around the country. Now, 2 vaccines are being distributed to Americans to help curb the virus spread. And you've already hit the ground running trying to help stop the spread of the virus. Now, there's a lot of people who want to take the vaccine but are concerned about the potential side effects. And you actually took the vaccine. How are you feeling?
First of all, it's fast. It's a quick prick.
Right.
It is relatively painless. You know, it's a shot, but it's over in a hot minute. And I felt great, and I feel great, and I had no side effects. My arm was a little sore, but your arm is always a little sore after a shot, right?
Right.
But it is safe, and it is quick, and it saves lives. And I just want to encourage everyone to do what we know must be done. This is about saving the lives of ourselves, our family members, our community. And so when it's time for folks to have their turn to get the vaccine, I want to just encourage everyone to get vaccinated and to trust the scientists. I trust the scientists. That's why I did it. They both worked on developing the vaccine, and then different scientists approved the use of the vaccine. And again, It saves lives. And so let's make sure, knowing that, you know, Black folks in America have been dying at a much higher rate, contracting COVID at a much higher rate. And as usual, you know, for folks who were doing bad before, they're doing even worse during a crisis. And that is true for our community. But on the vaccine, let's make sure that we take advantage of the science, because, again, it's about literally saving life.
Right. Now, your inauguration day is like right around the corner. Now, what's going to be the biggest hurdle for you when it comes to getting the vaccinations distributed?
Well, you know, we're going to be starting from behind, frankly, because, you know, the Trump administration, their plan to distribute the vaccines has fallen behind. They said that by the end of the year, they'd have 20 million vaccines and vaccinations, and they've only reached just a little over 2 million. And we need to focus on getting those vaccines distributed to the communities that need them. The President-elect Joe Biden and I are very committed to saying we need to take racial disparities into account and make sure that all people have access to the vaccinations, and including in so-called hard-to-reach communities, and that we do everything that is necessary. But the Trump administration has been falling behind, and I am worried that things may get worse before they get better. But we will spare no effort to provide the vaccines, and we're going to use the Defense Production Act, which is basically the law lets the president, in times of crisis, require the private industry to manufacture the things that we need to deal with the crisis. And so that's about encouraging American production of the stuff that we need need to make sure that there are enough vials, that there are enough, rubber gloves, that there are enough masks so that we can make sure that we have all the supplies to make sure everyone gets vaccinated.
Right. Now, before you go, please remind the people who live in Georgia or have family in Georgia, what is at stake this Tuesday? The Senate runoff election is so important.
Everything is at stake. Georgians will make a decision about the future course of our country. I'm only the second Black woman in the history of the United States Senate to be elected there. And sadly, when I leave to become vice president, there will be no Black women in the United States Senate. But I will tell you from my experience there, decisions about whether we're going to have meaningful relief for people who are out of work, decisions like whether we are going to support a public education system and the people who work in that system, decisions like whether we are going to have meaningful police reform and criminal justice reform. Those decisions get made in the United States Congress, and the United States Senate has an incredible power on whether or not those things happen. But we need the majority, and right now Republicans are the majority. These two Senate races in Georgia, if we win, we take back the majority, which means we can push through legislation that is about protecting working people, protecting civil rights and equal rights. And so everything is at stake. And Reverend Raphael Warnock is a son of Savannah. He is extraordinary. He preaches at the pulpit that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. preached from. We have John Ossoff, who takes his role of leadership patterned after watching the great John Lewis and knowing about that kind of civil servant and that kind of protector and fighter for civil rights. We need Georgians to know that what they did for Joe and me in that historical election, they can do again for Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff in that Senate race.
Wow. Hey, and congratulations on everything. Thank you so much for always coming on the show. You're welcome. You have a home here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Oh, it's so good to be with you. And Happy New Year. And Happy
New Year to you.
Everything. Just
yes.
Take care, be healthy, be safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the next Vice President of the United States of America. That sounds good just to say, right? You know that. I know you haven't gotten used to that yet. That's ladies and gentlemen, VP-elect Kamala Harris. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rickey Smiley. I'll talk to you again soon.